Hello, sports fans, and welcome to another edition of Scott Sports 101. I'm Scott Trella. We'll talk NFL and the Browns coaching search. We'll talk about the divisional playoff games this weekend. We'll talk about the Cavs, and Trav if we have time. But first, here is today's Scott Sports 101 trivia question, and it's a Major League Baseball trivia question, and we haven't done any baseball for a while, and we're about a month away from spring training, and so I thought it was time for one. So here is the question. Who was the first pitcher to win the Cy Young Award with a 30-plus wins in the season? I will have the answer later on the broadcast. Well, the Browns' search for a new head coach continues on. After interviewing Eagles defensive coordinator Jim Schwartz yesterday, who has a really good shot at getting the head coach job. The Browns, Kevin Stefanski was the Browns' second choice last year, and he could be the first choice this time. The Vikings offensive coordinator interviewed with the Browns for the head coaching position in Minneapolis, Minnesota today. The 37-year-old taking a break from preparing for this weekend's playoff game against the San Francisco 49ers to make another impression on Cleveland's search committee. Stefanski was in the running to be the Browns coach a year ago and met with the team twice. He was reportedly favored by Chief Strategy Officer Paul Posada, but owners Dee and Jimmy Haslam opted for Freddie Kitchens, who was fired following a drama-filled 6-10 season. Stefanski polished up his resume a bit in one season running Minnesota's offense, and there's a chance he could emerge as Cleveland's pick, and we'll see. Stefanski has never been a head coach but in the NFL, but it seems to be only a matter of time before he is hired either by the Browns or someone else. So we'll see what happens, but they did interview him today, and now, the Browns have one more candidate they will interview tomorrow, and it will be Patriots offensive coordinator Josh McDaniels in Cleveland. We're here in Cleveland, excuse me. McDaniels has both NFL head coaching experience and success with star quarterback Tom Brady, who I feel may not be back with the Patriots next season because he is up for free agency. Although there's he did agree to be the Indianapolis Colts head coach, but last year, but turned it down to remain with the New England Patriots as their offensive coordinator. He was 11-17 when he was Denver's head coach from 2009 to 2010 during that season. But opted to stay with New England and turn down the Colts head coaching job. Now, a lot of people feel that Josh McDaniels is going to be the new head coach, but there is a 50-50 chance McDaniels will stay with New England and could remain there. But we will see what happens. Now, getting to, as I'm going to re-mention again, that we do have some playoff games coming up this week. The divisional round playoffs coming up this week. As I mentioned, the Vikings and 49ers will square up at Levi's Stadium Saturday, and I feel that the 49ers have really been the hottest team in the NFC, and the Vikings, they really manhandled took the New Orleans Saints out of the playoffs. Really were all over them last week, but I feel the 49ers can have the edge in this game, and I'm going with the 49ers to win that one. And kickoff for that one is 4:35 p.m. on NBC. And then following that game, Saturday night, the Tennessee Titans and the Baltimore Ravens will square off at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. And And I feel you can't count the Titans out by any means, but the Ravens have been the most successful and hottest team in the AFC this season. And who has been the most dominant and hottest and successful quarterback? Lamar Jackson. So I got to go with the Ravens because I feel like I have the edge in this game, so I'm going with the Ravens. And kickoff is Saturday night at 8:15 p.m. on CBS. And then on Sunday, the Kansas City Chiefs and the Houston Texans will collide at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, Missouri. And although the Texans really were successful against Buffalo, beating them, really rip-roaring and coming back, winning 22-19, I don't think they're going to be successful against the Chiefs. I have to go with the Kansas City Chiefs for this game because I feel they're going to have the edge. And I think Patrick Mahomes is really going to have a big-time game. And kickoff for that one is at Sunday at 3:05 p.m. on CBS. And then Sunday evening, the Seattle Seahawks and the Green Bay Packers will collide at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Now, 75% road teams have gotten to win in the playoffs when they're on the road. But 75% of the teams that played at home have gotten to win as well, so it's pretty much equal. But the Packers are tough at home, but you can't count the Seahawks out by any means because they can really come in there and have a big game. But I'm going with the Green Bay Packers because I feel they're going to have the edge in this game. But a lot of sources say are going with the Seahawks that I know of. But I'm going with the Packers because I feel they're going to have the edge in this one. And kickoff for that one is at Sunday at 6:40 p.m. on Fox. I just wanted to let you know of that. And so I just wanted to let you know of that. And most of hopefully we will know who the Browns' next head coach will be before, hopefully by this Saturday, because I'd like to have somebody, to hire somebody by this Saturday. Or as soon as probably either tomorrow or Saturday. Hopefully we will know who, or sometime next week. After a tough loss to the Pistons on Tuesday, 115 to 113, which was a game I felt they should have won, the Cavs beat the Detroit Pistons in Detroit tonight in OT overtime, 115 to 112 at Little Caesars Arena. And the Cavs were down at halftime, 61 to 50 by 11, but they came back and they were up, and then it was they were down by 2, 81 to. They were down by. Actually, they were tied at 83, and then it was tied 102 after the fourth quarter, and then the Cavs just pulled away and they got the win in overtime. To go to 11 and 27, and the Pistons fought to 14 and 25. And it was 115 to 112. Tristan Thompson led the way with 35 points, 14 rebounds, and 2 assists. Darius Garland, 20 points, 2 rebounds, 7 assists. Colin Sexton, 19 points, 6 rebounds, and 1 assist. Kevin Love, 17 points, 9 rebounds, and 3 assists. And C.D. Osman, 11 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. Now the Cavs will be... Sorry about that. The Cavs will be in Pepsi Center in Denver on Saturday when they will take on the Denver Nuggets. And hopefully they can try to make it 2 in a row. And tip-off for that is at 9 p.m. on Fox Sports Ohio. We'll get to, we'll talk a little baseball in just a sec. But right now, it is time to reveal the answer to today's Scott Sports 101 trivia question. Who was the first pitcher to win the Cy Young Award with a 30-plus win in the season? And if you said Denny McLain, you are correct. The Cy Young Award began presentations in 1956 in honor of pitching great Cy Young, who died in 1955. McLean was on fire in 1968 with the Tigers and threw a 31-6 record. He was also co-winner of the Cy Young Award the following season in 1969 with a 24-9 record. He shared that record with Baltimore pitcher Mike Cuellar as well. I'll have another trivia question on my next podcast, so stay tuned for that. Does look, and I mentioned this last night, but we're about a month and a half away from pitchers and catchers, and it's for the Indians and all of the teams in Major League Baseball reporting for spring training. And the first spring training game will be on February 22nd. And we'll have to find out who they are against. I don't know yet, but I'll let you know. And the opening day game when the season will begin on March 26, 2010. And it does look like Frankie Lindor will be back with the Tribe organization this season. Well, that's just about going to wrap it up for this edition of Scott Sports 101. I'll be back with a recap of the NFL divisional playoff games on Saturday, and then I'll do the NFL divisional playoffs pregame show and recap those on Sunday. But until then, always remember, be a team player each and every day in every way possible. So long, everybody. 3, 2, 1, I'm done.